Jadon Sancho boost ahead of the Manchester United game versus Arsenal. This is really a very huge boost at all. You never knew it's been a very huge boost because we've been lacking options of Sancho in this game of football. And seeing him train with Manchester United again and spotted in pictures is really something great. After losing a game against Crystal Palace, I believe having Sancho in these pictures means that he might be in contention to be among the 20 player squad to travel at the Emirates. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Rakan David is my name. Ten Hag is not a manager who will go ahead and really say all right, let's rest some players in there for you as we prepare for the game on Sunday. He has really put the players back onto the recovery training at Carrington today, and one of the notables that was in there was Jadon Sancho, and obviously we are here to talk a little bit about that. Then I'm going to react a little bit on what David De Gea said after the game of football and the Casemiro suspension. I really felt like he was really acting like a small boy at Manchester United, because if you're a leader, there is no you come out and really mourn in public. You just said we are having other players that can come in and get the job done. So he looked like was a young baby crying. Yeah, I'm disappointed David De Gea for that, because as a senior player, you just have to come out and say no. We're having Scott, we are having Ericsson, we are having Freddy's, then Ikbo can get the job done. So we are brave and ready to go on and retake on Arsenal, you get? So it looks like the entire team is benched on Casemiro. However, March is really one of the best players I'm going to have to praise. But let's not really look like without Casemiro, United cannot go on. You get? We admit he's really one of the big players at United, but the way David De Gea really sent me into a mode of really asking myself, is the mentality of these players right back as expected to be? So I have lots of things to talk about today, and I'm going to show you the recovery training of Manchester United, who was there and who was not there. Casemiro, was Casemiro there or not? Varane was there or not? Martial was there or not? Marcus Rashford, was he pictured or not? So smash the like button, comment and share. But Arsenal have signed Trossard onto their squad, and he's one of those players that we expect to be into the Arsenal squad as they're going to face Manchester United. Now today we first saw a tweet coming out on a certain United related page confirming us that Jadon Sancho has been pictured into the United training down at Carrington. And guess what? They have finally arrived. That is Jadon Sancho, trains with Manchester United. Look at him. I think the vibe is back. The vibe is back, and that is Jadon Sancho. Then you see him trying to run and obviously do the needful with his fellow players, because he has been training all week with Manchester United. And I don't believe he doesn't need a lot of time to find himself into the contention to start into the game of Manchester. That's Jadon Sancho doing the needful for the club of Manchester United, all smiles and obviously doing the needful. This is Charlie Savage behind him at Carrington. And I believe it's really a very huge boost ahead of the Arsenal game, though certain people will downplay it. But trust me, if your bench has Sancho, Anton Martial, and Alejandro Garnacho, I don't believe that's a bad bench. That's a very big bench that even Mikel Arteta won't be having, because Mikel Arteta will be having Emile Smith-Rowe, Trossard, and Fabio Vieira. But in look at the player quality and what they've been really contributing to their teams this season, trust me, it won't be near ours. So if our bench is having Sancho, Anton Martial of Vegas, and Alejandro Garnacho, guys, that is really a very huge bench. You see, those three players can come on and really turn the game of football in any way you want, especially this man that you're talking about, Jadon Sancho. And I really thought that it was going to be hard for him to be integrated into the game of Arsenal, but as it stands, he has been training all week. Now this is his 4th day training with Manchester United, meaning that he has to train on Friday and Saturday. So 6 days training with the club. If at all he really looks great, in good shape, the manager is going to travel with him to London. That's it, because he has nothing to do. When you're missing Casemiro, there is no way you tell me that if at all Sancho has really shown you that he's really back to his best, you are not taking him, because he deserves to be taken. Sancho offers a lot. I believe that when you're going to play along against a team which goes by names of Arsenal, you need some freshness, a player that can run his soul down. Sancho, I think with the training Ten Hag took him on Netherlands, he took him there to learn how to really run and be a player who plays with high intensity. That's it. So Sancho is a fresh player. Fresh. He last played in the game of Chelsea, if at all I'm not misquoting. That's the game he last played in. And ever since then has never kicked a ball for Manchester United. So what does that mean? It means that Sancho is back, fresh, And if you need a player to give it all out for the club of United, it is Jadon Sancho. And I believe if Ten Hag makes a choice to integrate him into that Arsenal side, into the United side that's going to face Arsenal, it will be really great. And I believe it's really a very huge boost. You know, however much we are mourning about Casemiro, that's one game out of the remaining 19. Not so, because we played the 19th game yesterday and we drew away at Crystal Palace. That's only one game out of those games. Not so. So don't tell me that only one game where Casemiro is out, we are going to mourn. What if Casemiro gets an injury that's going to keep him out for like 2 months? What will we do? So I believe we just have to go on and really take on the players that we have. Remember, even before Casemiro came in through, United won against Liverpool, won against Leicester City, won against Southampton, won against Arsenal. That's it. So what does that mean? It means that even with or without Casemiro, a season has to go on. We are left with 19 games to play. I believe the players can go all out at Arsenal and really get a result. And I believe our strength is going to be in Erik Ten Hag and who is going to make it to the bench. That's why Sancho is really going to be a very huge player if at all he's put or integrated into that squad of United that is going to travel to London. That's it, because you need him. You need him. If he's on the bench, Arsenal fans and the manager, Mikel Arteta, will know that United has 3 buttons to press off the bench. And he'll know that, oh, those 3 buttons are really deadly. Sancho is the deadly player. Martial is a deadly player. Weghorst is a deadly player. Alejandro Garnacho is a deadly player, according to me. So I believe in that, and let's wait and see how things are really going to go on and really happen. But allow me to take you to Carrington and show you a little bit of how everything went down at the club of Manchester United today as they took part into the training of recovery training after we drew away at Crystal Palace. That is Facundo Pellistri, Harry Maguire, Kobbie Mainoo into the mix, trying to train ahead of that Arsenal game today, the recovery train. That is Scott McTominay, who came on through and he was denied a penalty, but all in all, it's VAR, and let's keep on and we keep moving. Then that is Jack Butland, pictured for the very first time training with Manchester United, assistant goalkeeper, signed from Crystal Palace on loan. That is Marcus Rashford smiling, a man that really looked selfish, and I believe he should really improve a lot more onto that and turn into a more team player. Then Jadon Sancho, the man trying really to shrug his hands. I think he was talking to someone, and I believe it's Rashford. So this is what Sancho is all about, and we pray to it that he really hits the ground running, because we need him. We need him because off the bench we are lacking options, and that Anthony guy needs a player like Sancho to press a lot of pressure onto him as far as this game of football is concerned. Victor Lindelof obviously has taken long without playing for Manchester United. I believe in the game you're going to play against Nottingham Forest, I think he can come in through and really get the job done. Then this is Harry Maguire, obviously training with Manchester United. That is the club captain. Then Freddie Rodriguez sprinting and not giving up, saying that I'm ready for Arsenal. Bring on Arsenal. Kobbie Mainoo, that is the guy. Kobbie Mainoo coming in to train with the first team, and he's one of those players that's going to have to impress Erik Ten Hag a lot. And guys, don't be surprised next season when you see him in starting to start games into the central attacking midfield area of Manchester United, because he has the physicality. He does exactly what the manager wants him to play. So I believe he is really impressing the manager. Now, this is Jadon Sancho, Charlie Savage, and Anthony Elanga. So Sancho, look at his face. He's now really looking a happy guy, and good to see him back at Carrington training with the club. Charlie Savage and Anthony Elanga, who is really linked to joining Borussia Dortmund on a long season loan with an option to buy. Charlie McNeil, Anthony Elanga, Brandon Williams, and Jadon Sancho. Sancho is here. I think you're not seeing Sancho. This is Charlie McNeil, this is Elanga, and this is Brandon Williams taking part into the training of Manchester United. That is it for you. Then that is Nathan Bishop doing the needful to really save the balls at goal. Obviously, you know him, he's a goalkeeper coming from the academy. Then this is Casemiro. This is Rafael Varane and David De Gea, Tom Heaton, Lindelof, and very many others trying to do a warm-up. But you see, it was really having a lot of snow outside because you see it out. Casemiro, Rafael Varane, David De Gea lead the group out of the dressing rooms to see to it that really train for that game of Arsenal. Evening recovery training, I believe we are winning this one. Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. Rashford smiling and Bruno, and I believe these two are really so pivotal in winning the game of Arsenal. If at all capitalize on the pace of Marcus Rashford and with those deadly those deadly line splitting passes that Bruno Fernandes really does, I believe we can get a result at the Emirates. This is Emeran from the academy, I think he's a left back. This is training and they're doing randos at Carrington. You've seen Alejandro Garnacho there. Scott McTominay doing the needful. Emmanuel is going to be into the midfield area of United as we take on Arsenal. I've seen people talking about Lisandro Martinez being played as a central defensive midfielder. That's out. I believe it's going to be a player called Scott McTominay. That Jack Butland training in there for you, and this is Tom Heaton. And lastly, the returnee, that is Jadon Sancho. That is a lad known as Jadon Sancho doing the needful. So Jadon Sancho is fully back, looking fully great and working to pick up to his fitness. So many people coming out and indicating that no, he's not yet. He has not been training with the first team for very many months. And I tell people, United resumed training, I think, in the first week of December, not so. Meaning that they've trained for like 1 month when Sancho was not here. Mind you, Sancho was in Netherlands and was not eating or sleeping only. He was also training, meaning that he has returned physically fit. The main reason as to why he was really thrown that side to Netherlands, to really tackle his mental fitness, not his body fitness. I believe Sancho has the class and talent. He just needs to find himself hitting the ground running, and I believe Ten Hag knows the best thing to do for him and got him the solution to his problems. Now, this squad, after drawing with Crystal Palace, David De Gea said, "Big blow to lose Casemiro for Sunday. I don't get it why Arsenal don't play as we have to play in the same week, and they don't. Now we are missing one of our best players. Don't understand now. We miss him for a big game, and it's a big loss for us." Now, David De Gea should know that the reason as to why we played that game with Crystal Palace is simple. Crystal Palace was knocked out of the FA Cup. They're not in the Carabao Cup, meaning that they had space and they're not playing any game. United has a tight fixture, and that's why the game was fixed. And why is it that we complain after we've lost the game? After we've won the game. After drawing the game, let's not complain. You get? It's simple to say. It's the result that we never wanted. But 1 point gotten from this side last season, we happened to lose 3 points here. Let's go to the next game and really go ahead and really beat Arsenal because we can go and really beat them. That's it. That's why I liked what Ten Hag really said after the game of football. He said, don't talk about Casemiro. He's out. But remember, we beat Arsenal at Old Trafford 3-1 when Casemiro was not there. Casemiro came on, and I think he played like 15 minutes. So that is the mentality of these players. Let's not even moan about Casemiro. That is not it. We are realizing about his absentia, and obviously that is affecting the players mentally. Let's know that we can beat Arsenal without Casemiro. Trust me, this entire team has not been built by Casemiro. It has been built by Erik Ten Hag and his team. So trust me, Erik Ten Hag has a plan to beat Arsenal. He has it. Let no one lie to you. This guy has a chance to beat Arsenal. Has a plan. And is going to come out and execute it. Look at how he executed his plan against Man City. The only problem that really led his plan to a failure or to hit a dead end was Martial getting out injured. If Martial could play for like 60-70 minutes, trust me, Man City couldn't have scored as fast. We would have scored them fast. And in the first half, we had 3 chances. One of Bruno in the 9th minute. Rashford had 2 chances, and he couldn't do a cutback to Anton Martial. And obviously, we didn't win that game of football. But trust me, if Rashford was not selfish and went in for a cutback to find Martial, we are going to win that game of football. That's it. So, I don't see anywhere mourning about Casemiro. That's it. You see, the best way to narrow this conversation of Partey and Casemiro, who is better, put Scott McTominay in that midfield with Freddie and Eriksen. They failed to win the midfield battle, I mean Arsenal, then we'll tell them, if at all you failed to win the midfield battle, without Casemiro, would you have really managed? You get? And the team can go out at Arsenal and get a result, because we've gone at Arsenal several times and gotten a result. If it was not poor defending of Alex Telles and Rafael Varane last season at Emirates, we are not going to be beaten that side. I believe we're a better side. And who has Arsenal added into their team that we played last time at the Emirates? It's only Zinchenko and Saliba. Can we torment them? We can. So, I'm not even afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid, because I believe we can beat Arsenal, and Arsenal can beat us. So guys, your thoughts are welcome to the Sancho boost ahead of the Arsenal game. Are welcome in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about David De Gea's quotes and the return of Jadon Sancho, as you've seen in the pics of United players training at Carrington. Thank you guys for watching in through. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the subscribe, smashing it in the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto this channel. I'll sign out for now. See you later. Bye bye and good night.